Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Sunrise Safari, coming to you live here from Djuma Private Game Reserve, where we find ourselves at Gari Dam, soaking up the sounds of the dawn chorus. Hello everybody, my name is Steve. I'm joined by BK on camera, and we're out and about in a very overcast and gloomy Djuma to see what we can find for you this morning. Now, male leopard tracks coming straight down towards the dam from our camp. They look rather large. I'm assuming they belong to the one and only Mawati. You know, the days when we'd find tracks like that and follow them, we would always find Tingana. We'd find him. He was always findable. The ghost, however, well, his name implies. So everybody, not only me out this morning, it's also Liam doing his thing. Tessa will be out in Amakhala, Rexon in Pridelands, and Andrew up in Madikwe.
We actually looked for them yesterday and couldn't find them, so it's good to know they were hiding from us in the thorn tree thickets. But at least they're looking fairly relaxed now. I have a feeling though they're just literally too cold to get up and move. Our temperature this morning is predicted at 4 degrees Celsius, which is 39 degrees Fahrenheit. In reality, we're actually down at 1 degree Celsius. So we're just above freezing. And in fact, when we went through the Reed Valley this morning, it was frozen. All the reeds were covered in ice, as were all the grasses. So it's our first proper frosty morning. And I don't think we can blame the buffaloes for having a bit of a sleeping. Tina, good morning. Thank you for your question. There are definitely going to be animals that are more compromised in the freezing cold weather. Of course, animals are really well adapted in comparison to us. We decide we need blankets and all sorts of other things. Oh wow, you can actually see my breath. Is that what that was? That's my breath. It's so cold. So I'm going to try and turn away. Sorry, that's just coming straight across the camera. That's so funny. The infrared light is picking up my hot breath in the very cold air. And we came back just in time. They have gotten up, they have started moving, and we are literally a few meters away from this herd of buffaloes. It is wonderful. Now this is one of the younger bulls that you can see. He is moving around, kind of heading up the direction that everybody is going in, which is a little odd. Normally there's a female that does that. But maybe he was just one of the first ones that decided to get up and start moving. Now it looks like as we are here, the herd is going to be getting up and spreading out. We have actually moved a little bit from where they were this morning in the dark. But I'm happy to be able to show you what they look like in the light at least.
Certainly at least 200 individuals, possibly more. Yeah, the more we see out in the open, the more we sort of get a scale of this group. It is huge. All mobile quite steadily south here. I would think the order of the day is probably going to be a drink. But where they end up, who knows? Epic stuff. And surely there must be some lions somewhere nearby. We'll certainly keep an ear and an eye open. It's a bit odd, but I've always loved the smell of buffalo. It is ultimately a smell produced by their dung, so you wouldn't think that would be nice. But I guess in the same way that some people like the smell of horses, buffalo have got a really earthy, nice smell. I guess I've always also connected it with spending time in the bush. These buff kind of cutting off away from us now, off the cut line.
Come to mow the lawn. I would love this kind of garden service. They don't make a lot of noise. There's no electric or mechanical noises being made by all sorts of machinery. Imagine you had a rhino just every few weeks coming through your garden and just mowing the lawn. Not sure how health and safety officers would look at that as a viable option, but it would be great. You also get some wildlife. Managing and moving him around would be quite tricky. If everybody just left their gates open or removed fences altogether and allowed the rhino to just move through feeding, unopposed, free of threat. What a world it would be, wouldn't it? Hello, Mr. Rhino. What a world it will be. So those mail line tracks have gone out. There's two of them. They are on Triple M heading towards Arathusa. At least we know that they've gone. Seems to be the Black Dam males. Wesley, they do. They do. I recently heard a noise from the rhinos that I'd never heard before. Sounded almost like a lister pump. And I believe it's where the name Chukudu in Tswana comes from. You know, up in Madikwe, everybody calls the rhino, white rhino, Chukudu. There's Chukudu Dam. And this young male came up to the female and he was going chuku, 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 chuku. Almost sounded like a lister pump. If you've ever had a lister pump, it's a belt-operated pump that pulls up water, or it's designed to anyway. And I've never heard that noise before, but they also make the most remarkable squealing sound. Someone used the term the other day, they sound like a dolphin, which it's true. They've got that high-pitched squeal that you've probably heard dolphins making. Yes, it comes from a rhino. It's the most remarkable sound coming from this animal. And obviously they huff and puff a lot.
Now that tusk will never regrow. It will continue to grow from the base as he gets older, but he'll always have asymmetrical tusks now. Two very impressive Ellie bulls. Oh, three. The dry season in the Lowveld does seem to be the time of the bulls. And we see a lot more movement of bachelors and large solo tuskers throughout the months where we don't see good rainfall. But yeah, from the entire team at Wild Earth, all of the naturalists in front of the screen, our camops behind the lens, and all of the many people that make the show possible behind the scenes in the various offices and control rooms. Thank you very much for joining us.